What's up guys, Mamenik here, ready to show you how to not fight this dude. So to get started, here is some footage of my very first attempt on this boss and the mistakes I've made throughout my first fight.
You can do it, Mamenik. We believe in you.
Slash. Oh, he's dealing damage.
Yo, he's dealing damage. Yo! Okay, yeah, he's good. I think he can fight.
Oh, you can fucking spam. Oh.
Oh, yo! Do you not have dodge counter? Do you not have dodge counter? Please do the dodge counter.
He's doing Omega.
Oh my god. That's the easiest one. He died.
Phantom Rifle.
Slow-mo.
As you've seen in the video, the only thing I did right was to not stand still, but the first glaring mistake was that I didn't have a dodge counter. I'm a Phantom main, and I play Phantom Rifle solely because I think Phantom Rifle is fun, but a dodge counter for Phantoms is when you dodge an attack at the last second and the next time you attack, you fire out small little bits that home into the enemy. To other Phantom mains out there, this is one of your main sources of DPS, as this counter also builds up a decent amount of marker. Something I should also cover is Omega Masquerade's moveset. I am going to cover only the depth 1 to 99 version of Omega Masquerade since I haven't reached it yet. First, maybe Omega Masquerade's beginning attack, where he shoots little purple bullets at you. They're relatively simple and easy to dodge with no effort. He will always follow up this attack with larger purple orbs, as you can see here. Two things Omega Masquerade can do next is charge up at you with a thrust or sweep. I got hit with these multiple times as it is hard to tell which he might do, but when Omega Masquerade thrusts he will charge with his sword pointed at you and his sweep is delayed by just a second. Finally, the last attack he can do with his sword is do a spinning dash towards you twice and absolutely dunk on you like a true baller. An example can be shown here.
Why am I at a hospital?
You ain't from Michigan if you never done this before.
With all of that covered, last two things you should know is that Omega Masquerade can cast a ring around you which will explode after a certain amount of time, and he will also spawn explosions on the ground right under you. Phase 2 is similar to Phase 1, except with some new moves. The first move you'll see when entering Phase 2 is when he stops time and disappears. After a couple of seconds he will reappear and you have a short amount of time to dash through this slice. If you think that looks hard to do, then let me tell you that this is the easiest attack to dodge out of the second phase. Additionally, when Omega Masquerade does his move in which he is balling, his dunk is replaced with a moderate ranged pierce and a small spin attack. Something else you should look out for is when he's doing instant transmission. After he finishes that animation he will immediately appear right in front of you to attempt to grab you. This grab is a guaranteed one shot if you can't avoid it. At around depth 5, he will also summon clones of himself, but they can be taken out with relative ease. You should always keep your focus on the main boss though. The last unique attack in Phase 2 is his ultimate attack, and as a friend of mine calls it, the spin to win. The indicator for this attack is when a giant circle appears around him, and if you are within this circle it'll suck you closer to him while dealing moderate amounts of damage to you. Always try to get out of range from this circle. Once he is finished, he will have a much larger sword and will jump up to slam this sword down upon you. Next he will follow this attack up with two swipes and a third delayed spin attack which can summon thorns on the ground to hold you there if the sword hasn't hit you, and swords will appear taking place of those thorns. The best way to deal with this attack is to time your dashes through the sword swings, and use your weapon actions iframes in order to dodge both the delayed third slash and the thorns, buying you enough time to get away. Final notes about this boss is that on higher depths his sword will decrease your maximum health, and if you keep spamming the same attack he will become immune to that attack and take no damage. That all being said, this concludes on how to beat Omega Masquerade and not be stupid like me. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider liking the video and be sure to subscribe if you're new. I hope you enjoyed. Before I end the video here, I will now show my most successful run of Omega Masquerade.